Okay, so for this drawing, I decided to take one of my characters from my accordion sketchbook. I kind of use it as like, a sketchbook because I don't use pencil. So I take some of the best ones and I give them their full pieces. This guy was lucky to get his own piece, which honestly I'm pretty happy about. He has a bunch of arms and stuff coming out of his mouth, and I wanted it to like wrap around and go back in. Um, and you can see like with how I draw my stuff, I always leave those empty spaces with everything just to see the outline because I don't like to use pencil. And I kind of build off of that so I can, and sometimes I leave the spaces wider and wider just to like maybe add eyes or add something else coming off of it. It just depends on what I feel like needs to go on there. Sometimes I'll switch it up, sometimes I won't. I kind of stick with the classics of what I usually draw. And sometimes it's kind of difficult to redraw some of my work. That's why I usually don't do it because it usually doesn't come out the same way that other one was. So if I show you the other one, I'll probably post a picture of it right here. It looks way different than this one. I probably added like a couple more arms or a little bit less. It just depends. This drawing took me about 23, 24 hours. It was mostly just, usually when my stuff takes a while, it's just because I have no ideas, but sometimes it comes to me either at work or just looking on Instagram for different artists, or maybe I'll look through some of my older things back in like COVID days and try to recapture some of my older ideas I might have had at the time. And with the detailing, I kind of went back to my older ways where I kind of filled up the whole thing. I'm trying to really switch off of that to get better at it. I'm getting, I guess, a little decent at it. I could use some improvement, but we'll get there. We'll get there soon. I'm just really happy with the way this one came out. Plus, it's kind of like my signature style where I'll add a bunch of dots, and that's kind of like the skin of everything. But I'm still pretty happy with the way this one came out. At first, when I drew this top part, I wasn't sure if I was liking it, mostly just because like I like rethink a lot of my drawings when it comes to like starting them because I don't see them as fully done. I kind of just see them blank and it doesn't feel like my usual style, but more and more into the drawing, I'm glad that I stuck with it. I also do think I need to practice perspective a little bit better. Like the mouth doesn't look like the way he's looking, if that makes any sense. Mostly just because I'm kind of just free drawing this and hoping it comes out that way. You would think I'd get a little better at that, but nope. And then I'm also looking for some new pens because these micron ones they run out super quickly. Like I don't even think I draw that much, and they just run out so fast, and it's so annoying because they're like $7 each. I'm not trying to be buying pens every month, and I don't know if it's maybe the environment I have them in, which usually I have my AC on all the time. So I don't know if that's like drying them up, but I wouldn't think so because I have the caps on them. But maybe it's just Micron. I don't know. I do switch over to this one, this black pen. It's a mono drawing water based pen. It's pretty good. It usually lasts me a lot longer. I'm still using one of them that I used from my last drawings. I also did mess up a bit on this one too because you can kind of see some lines going through some lines. There's a part in this character where the teeth is like connected to the spine. Like I honestly fucked up on that part. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking of like the spine going through the teeth, but couldn't make it work. I messed up. You can see it right there. It looks gross. Don't point it out in the comments. Just don't even worry about it. I also feel like this drawing took me a while because I got this top part and this bottom part like done, and I wasn't really too sure on what I could add to the far right side of the paper that matches the same energy of that. And that gets a little scary sometimes because if I don't draw the same, like if it feels like it throws it off, that could fuck up the entire drawing. So we kind of have to. That's what kind of takes me a while too because I have to think like really really hard on how not to fuck up the drawing that I've already like practiced. But that's why it's a little fun. That's why we don't use pencil because then it makes it boring and I can fuck up as many times as I want and it won't feel real or authentic. That's why I do just like drawing with pen. It makes it fun. But I do end up figuring out what to draw. Right now I'm just kind of detailing. Right now you can still see that I'm going back to my old ways of just filling up the whole thing. But I do try to use negative space when it comes to shading the spine. I do think I need to grip my pen like a little less intense. You can see my finger turning red. I don't know why I kind of like to hold it. I do get really close to my paper as well to kind of like zoom in. I don't know. Maybe I should get a magnifying glass or something. But this is the character I ended up drawing. In the beginning, I wasn't sure if he really matched the whole thing. I was kind of like, fuck, I really fucked it up. Because I did that on my last drawing where I drew it for maybe about 15, 16 hours. And I drew this character. He did match the whole vibe, and I just stopped drawing it. But I decided to push past it and just keep on adding more details and little stuff like that. I tried to make like a bone coming outside of his neck, but it looks like something else. I'm not gonna lie, but we're not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about that. The only thing that matters is that I got something done this month, and it came out pretty good. The detailing also for the little circle things, I try to use negative space only because I know I'm gonna go back in there with a white highlight, and I'm really glad I started doing that. I feel like it makes the drawings pop out a little bit more, even though I still need to practice that a bit. And with the black spaces that I'm covering in, I still do try to fill them up with the white markers or paint pens that I bought. And then this little character, I was like thinking of, should I add him to some other drawings? Because people told me to do like a Where's Waldo type of thing with one same character, but I'm not really feeling it. Like the way I see it is, if you see my style, you automatically know it's me because my style is unique and I haven't seen anybody else with this type. Like I see the free drawers, but nobody who does like this monstrous type, except maybe like one or two, but they're not as good. They're not as good as me. Hopefully. I can't let that happen. Gotta be competitive when it comes to this. I also think I could have did a little better with the Posca paint pens. I've kind of been going a little bit crazy. I'm kind of trying to calm down on that, mostly just because I also free draw that and it kind of ruins the drawing. I feel like it did ruin the drawing a little bit. You'll see, like, look, this crown is like, I don't know. It's not my best. It's not my best work. But we're just gonna keep on pushing on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the whole drawing. Took me about 27 hours. I'm not completely sure. Maybe I switched it up. I don't really time myself, but that sounds right. I don't know. I hope y'all appreciate it and enjoy it. You can like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff to help me out, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you.